y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Not Your Therapist with your host, Yasmin Kylie. And as you can see, this is the Halloween edition. Every time I drag my words like that, all I think about is Tiana Taylor saying, Byron. Anyway, so what y'all been up to? Let me know what y'all got planned for this weekend, cause that's really what's popping. That's really what's on my mind. Like all I can think about is Sunday, 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 Sunday. I'm going to see my favorite show, podcast. My favorite show is a podcast. Their name is Poor Minds, and they're going to be in DC this weekend, so that's where I'm going to be. Otherwise, it's Halloween weekend. I'm sure a lot of us are going out. I had this dress in the closet, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be Poison Ivy. So that's who I am. Obviously, I got vines all over me. And y'all know I already have the vines in my house. So I just really snatched these bitches off the wall and was like, oh, it took me forever to get these things to stay. But now that it is, I look so cute. So comment below, tell me one, what y'all gonna be for Halloween this year, and two, what y'all got planned. Obviously, we want to know. So now that we got past that, let's get into these topics. The topic of the day is Halloween traditions. And I want to know what type of family household y'all came from. When I was a kid, my mother did not let us go trick or treat. And my mother did not let us, like, Halloween. She would buy us candy. We would bake stuff. She would make us a good ass dinner. And then we would watch spooky. They wasn't even spooky because it would be like Disney Channel movies, but like Halloween, like Hocus Pocus, and like all the little things that they had on at that time. So that was what my Halloween consisted of. I have never been trick or treating, not once. So it was one year, and my window open, so it's a plain fine by. But it was one year, y'all, that my mother, she used to get home at 6:30 every day. Like my mother works, she had a routine. No, she used to get off at 6:30, so she'd be home at like 7 something. So one day, me and my siblings, we decided to sneak out and go trick or treating because we knew she wasn't gonna let us. So we just went, and it was like it probably was still daylight out, and we just was going around, and she had fucking caught us. And I could just remember this, and I was just like, I hate you, mom. You ruined my life. Da, da, da. Like my mother was strict as fuck. She did not play that. Let me tell y'all one thing my mother used to do. She used to be like, when she used to wait till we watching a scary movie and got our candy and stuff, and she would be at the top of the stairs and she would be like, I'm gonna get you, my pretty. And we used to really be scared. We used to really be like, oh my god. And once we had got a little bit older, we started to be like, wow, like we're not scared anymore. As we were when we were little, we used to really be like, oh my god, mom is scaring us. So what was y'all Halloween traditions? I must say that um Halloween is the only time of the year that people get to be completely fucking weird. Like, just imagine if it was a random ass day in May and you saw some fucking blood stains on your neighbor's porch and like a fucking head sitting in the middle of the field and like all this creepy ass shit. You would call the fucking cops. Who made this one day okay? Who made it okay for us to just be fucking completely weirdos um for one fucking day of the year? Like, who invented Halloween? Somebody need to let me know the history of Halloween. Then two, who invented trick or treating? Cause just think about it. Like, I put it in this perspective the other day with my boyfriend. Like, the person who invented trick or treating is a sick motherfucker. First of all, what do you mean? Okay, so we're gonna wait till it gets dark outside and everybody's gonna dress up as children and all these different characters and da 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 da. Have the kids come outside and we're gonna give them candy. Every other time of the year, our parents tell us not to stay away from strangers. Don't take candy from nowhere, from no fucking body. Y'all don't think it's weird that we wait all the way to the scariest time of the year to take our kids outside to walk to their neighbor's house and give them candy, especially after the history of people putting stuff in the candy, just not even, sometimes it don't even be candy. Like it was a few times where people have gave out like pills and shit as sweet tarts, and the kids have ate it and ended up in the hospital. Like, why is this a trend? It's kind of sick if you think about it. It's a sick ass holiday. It's kind of creepy, but it's the one time, the one day of the year that you can dress up as something else and nobody's going to judge. Because just imagine, like, I just woke up one morning and I'm just like, I want to be Poison Ivy, and I'm just gonna go to work like this. Motherfuckers is gonna be like, can we have HR come to come to her desk and give her some type of talk, because we don't want to do it, because if we do it, it might be discrimination. But she's a fucking weirdo. You're scaring everybody. So this weekend it's gonna be me, my sister, and my god sister going out, right? And so we have a group chat, because every time we go out, we just text each other. It's only for going out purposes, because I swear to God, we do not hit each other up no other time, like as a group. So while I had told them the poor man's show was having a costume contest, and whoever won is going to win $50. I mean $500. So had said to my godsister, I was like, yeah, they having a costume contest, but I'm not wearing a costume. I'm not wearing a costume. I was like, you wearing a costume? She was like, the only bitch that I ever want to dress up as is me. I would never want to be nobody else. I was like, whoa, this just got dark. Like, it's Halloween. It's the one day that you get to be somebody else. But no, so those are my plans. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about trick or treating. Did y'all parents let y'all go trick or treating? Because I feel like me and my bestie, I don't think she could go trick or treat either. I think we was both stuck in the house, because my mom made it seem like it was gonna be somebody creepy out there that was gonna be trying to kidnap kids or something. Like, why can't we go out? All the kids was going out. All my friends used to be out trick or treating, doing shit, having fun, spending time with each other, and I be stuck in the house looking out the window like, damn. And then another thing is, not only did my mother not let us go trick or treating, but she never put candy out. And I think that's kind of like, what is wrong with her? Like, you could at least gave candy to the kids in the neighborhood. She used to buy us all this candy, and she did not put no candy out. I think that's kind of weird. I need to ask her why is she like that. So yeah, that was the first topic of the day. Halloween. Let me know what y'all traditions are, and if your parents let y'all go trick or treating when y'all was kids. And do you let your kids? Cause now we're all like adults, and most of us have kids. I don't have kids, but a lot of us have kids. So do you guys take your kids trick or treating? The thing is, the neighborhood that I live in, it's like it's no way that these kids could go trick or treating. They would have to go truck or treating. Like, that's basically where you get in the car, I guess, and you go trick or treating. It would be no way for these kids. By the time they get to the neighbor's house, they don't walk the fucking mile. They gonna be tired of shit. It's no way for the kids around here to go trick or treat, and I guess they do. I had saw one of the fire stations down the street. They gonna have a trick or treat, so they're gonna be giving out candy to the kids. So you just drive there, get your candy. I guess chill with the firefighters, cause kids love firemen, and so do us. So do the ladies. You know, we love a good fireman. But so yeah, that goes back to the question. What is your Halloween traditions? Now let's get into the trending topic T. And for the trending topic T, so let me pull it up because I had to get my laptop for this one. It's this list going around of restaurants that the ladies are saying that they will absolutely not be going to on the first date. And I'm here to say, what? I'm here to say, since when? First of all, I'm gonna read this list to y'all. The first restaurant on the list is Cheesecake. I'm not. My thing is, what's the problem with Cheesecake? It's something on the menu for everybody. Cheesecake has a very broad menu, and I think that's why a lot of people like it. It's like it's something on the menu for everybody. If you can't find something on the Cheesecake Factory menu that you like, it's a problem. And then I love cheesecake, so it's like, what's y'all beef with cheesecake? Okay, Applebee's is one thing, But I mean, for people that's in their budget, why not? You can go there and get you some appetizers and some drinks and have a great conversation with somebody. That's the same as Chili's. Okay, Chipotle's on the list. I can kind of understand Chipotle, but I'm not gonna lie. When I first met my boyfriend, I was working so much because I was working at the post office and I was working 6 days a week, like 12 hours plus a day. So the only time that he could really see me was on my lunch break. And I only had a 30-minute lunch break, but I would take 45 minutes out for him because he would drive so far just to see me. And oop, hold on, y'all. He would bring me whatever for lunch. So it usually would be like Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, stuff like that. Whatever was downtown at the time. I know that's not considered a date. He's just bringing it to me, and we would just sit in the car and talk. And really, the first time I me ever staying at his house, I had came with my period, y'all, and I was so fucking scared because I ain't know what. Like I'm so used to dealing with fuck niggas, and he lives at the time he lived almost 2 hours away from me. So I was like, oh my God, he gonna take me home. Like he's gonna be upset. Da, 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 da. I was so scared. Y'all, this man took me to the store to get pants, underwear, and then we went to fucking Red Lobster. And that's when I realized that Red Lobster is not what it used to be. They didn't even have biscuits that day. And that was the day that I boycotted Red Lobster. But that was really our first real date of us sitting down at a restaurant. And after that, I mean, he applied pressure. I wasn't judging. I wasn't like, oh my God, this man that took me to Red Lobster. Like, what makes you bitches too good for some of these restaurants? They gonna say going to the movies is a fucking no go. What? Olive Garden? What? Like, I like Olive Garden. Like Buffalo Wild Wings is a little bit. Wingstop is like, okay, I understand. A buffet, if we two fat bitches that like buffets, then why can't I go to a buffet? If I like, some people enjoy buffets. Now, me, I am opposed to buffets. I just don't like the idea of them just keep putting out food and people just reaching all over it, and it's just like it just kind of grosses me out. So I can understand that. Why not? Why not Why can't you go on a breakfast date? Why can't you go on a breakfast date? Um, The gym is absurd. If you try to take me out to the gym on our first date, it's gonna be a problem. As you can see, I do not go to the gym. I don't really like the gym. To me, it just feels like too much pressure. Church, what's wrong with church on the first date? If we two people that's in the church, why can't we go to church? Starbucks, what's so wrong with coffee dates? Some of y'all bitches need to go on coffee dates because y'all be having y'all standards a little bit too high for the shit that y'all bring to the fucking table. If we gonna be for real, it's nothing wrong with a coffee date. It gives you I can't even say that word right now. It gives you the right amount of time to sit and talk about the things that you need to be talking about on a first date and not phony ass dumb ass conversations. It's some things that need to be said on a first date, and the coffee date is just quite enough. You can sit there, drink your coffee, and get to know a person. Then you can really be like, okay, well, I would eat at a restaurant with this man for real. Take it take it from there. Ice cream dates is like, I don't know. Family functions, yeah, I don't want to meet your family on the first date. I don't want to meet your family on the second, third, fourth date. I really don't. I just feel like meeting your family means that I'm taking you serious, and the first date is for me to know whether I'm gonna take you serious or not, so I can understand it. Bowling. What's so wrong with bowling? What's wrong with bowling? Y'all is taking it too far. Like I love to go bowling. Like bowling on a first date would probably be ideal for me because it's gonna show me like, okay, because when you bowl, you're like very nervous. It's like it's gonna show you how much of a gentleman he is, and if he can break you out of that nervousness on that first date, I feel like he deserves a second date. Bowling is I get a little bit nervous when I bowl because I know that sometimes I'm just not that good, and it goes right into the alley. But it's okay. Nightclubs, no, no, I don't want to go to a nightclub with you on the first date because how are we gonna talk if the music is all loud? The hookah bar, I mean, if we two people that like hookah, I don't want to be with nobody that like hookah. No way, hookah make me sick. A bar just for drinks. What's wrong with going to the bar just for drinks on a first date? What's wrong with that? Now let's get into Waffle House, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. In a sport event, what's wrong with a sport event on the first date? Like I wouldn't mind going to like a baseball game, a football game, or a basketball game on a first date, because then maybe he could teach me some shit, because I don't be knowing what the fuck be going on anyway. But as far as Waffle House, Russell Wilson took Cece. He shut Waffle House down for Cece's birthday. Sierra and Russell Wilson was in Waffle House. Y'all acting like y'all too good for fucking Waffle House. You too good for them bum ass waffles, them good ass eggs. Waffle House makes the best eggs ever. I swear to God, no restaurant can get the cheesy eggs right. But Waffle House just does it for me. Y'all is doing too fucking much. Cause I promise the most of the bitches that repost this shit like, yeah, we is not doing this. Yes, y'all. I call bullshit. A lot of y'all are going to these places. First of all, a lot of you bitches don't even be going on the first date. Y'all go straight to fucking. A nigga will smoke you the fuck up, bring some wine, some alcohol, and you gonna get fucked. And next thing you know, you talking about my man, my man, my man. This dick was so good. He's my man now. Why do y'all want to keep playing? Like, y'all need to stop playing. First of all, we is in the middle of a fucking recession. I know times is hard. When my father sent out a mass text to all his kids talking about, y'all need to cut the spending to a minimum right now. And if you're working at a place that is not like a necessity, they're going to start firing a lot of people because we're going into a recession and times are going to be hard within the next 6 months. So y'all need to start saving and getting y'all budgets together or whatever. He was really telling us this, and like, if he's telling us that, I know that it's serious. It's officially serious. Y'all want to talk about, tell me a spooky story. Tell me something scary. It's Halloween weekend. Bitch, you want to know something spooky? Right after Halloween, like the day after Halloween, it's the first of the month. You know what I mean? Rent due. Rent due. If that would scare you, like, we is in the middle of a fucking recession and everybody's acting like we're not. I know a couple of people who are getting COVID again. My sister told me her job is having a COVID outbreak, and like they're telling everybody, like, obviously don't come to work. One, two, mask up, have your sanitizer, constantly wash your hands. Like, it's really getting real out here. It's really getting real out here. And you know what's really scary? If we want to talk about spooky stories, where is the government shutdown? The government need to shut this motherfucker down. It's wars going on. It's all types of shit going on in this world, and they want people to keep paying rent for what? They keep hitting me up about some motherfucking. They keep hitting us up talking about student loan repayments. Who the fuck is about to repay them, bitch? Everybody is fucking struggling. The whole fucking world is living in poverty right now. I don't give a fuck what class of shit you in. Unless you was like really like the number one, like 1%ers. It's a lot of shit going on. And like my father said, y'all need to start saving y'all money because we don't know what's about to happen in the next 6 months. I'm honestly scared. Okay, now we're gonna get into the out of pocket topics, and I have two for y'all. It's not in there. Well, it's not in the pocket, but I just printed it out or whatever. So let's talk. Okay, first we're gonna go with John Wick. Don't y'all think it's kind of out of pocket? That man wanted to retire. He wanted to just chill, mind his fucking business, and every time he walk outside, it's like millions of niggas trying to fucking kill him and beat him the fuck up. What was the beef about? Because the only thing that I can remember is, okay, somebody killed his fucking dog, and we already know how white people feel about their animals. They killed that man dog, and he was on people's necks about his fucking dog. Then after that, everybody was trying to get after him. What was y'all beef with John Wick? Remember that song that was like, there he go, that John Doe. They should have said, there he go, that's John Wick, because niggas was looking for him. Niggas was on his neck, and they still couldn't beat him. You know how embarrassing that is? It was all them niggas, and y'all still couldn't beat him. Now we gonna get to this other one. Y'all gotta tell me who was wrong. We about to go into the Ghetto Bible Stories. Um, Adam and Eve. Everybody always want to talk about Adam and Eve and say that Eve was the person in the wrong, but I think that Adam was the person in the wrong because God told that man not to eat from that tree. He told him what was here for our bodies, to restore us, to heal us, to what was here for food. He gave him the whole rundown. And then why didn't he give that knowledge to Eve? He was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just hold that one here. I know what not to eat. But the women are the ones who's supposed to cook, right? The women are the ones that's supposed to do all the fending for the household. And this bitch was like, "Come over here. You see that right there? That's an apple. Eat that shit." And that nigga was like, "Bet, bet. I'm about to eat that shit." Why didn't you give her the knowledge? Why didn't you tell her what it was from the jump? Why the fuck would you let her eat that fucking apple? I'm still confused about it. You knew that y'all was not supposed to eat from that tree. I don't give a fuck who came to you and told you what was what. I don't give a fuck who came and told you. Ain't no snake about to convince me to eat from no fucking tree, first of all. God already said what it was. So in my head, I think that Adam was dead wrong because first of all, he was a follower like shit. Follower like shit, cause why the fuck did you even allow Eve to get into your head that much? And everybody like, Eve is the reason why. I know Adam is the reason why, because he should have been like, God told me, and I ain't doing shit without God permission. Period. Then on top of that, now because of that, we gotta buy these cute ass clothes because we gotta look good. And before that, I was fine with looking being naked. You know, I would have been fine with walking around this earth being naked. I just feel like everything would have just been different. I feel like because Adam and Eve ate that fucking apple, because Adam ate the fucking apple, now the climate change is fucked up. Like everything just fell apart. Like it's all they fault. I'm holding them accountable for everything that's happening in this motherfucking world. I'm so serious. Like, period cramps. I'm so tired of coming on my period. I'm so tired of having fucking cramps. I'm like, labor was supposed to be easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. Like, are you fucking kidding me? And now labor fucking hurts because they ate off that fucking tree. I wish that you know how like commercials for like medication and stuff, they be having all the side effects that's going down and they you just be like, "Oh hell no, I ain't taking that shit. Why the fuck I'm gonna take something that's supposed to help me that's gonna hurt me in 10 different other ways? Fuck I'm gonna take that shit for." That apple should have came with all these little warning signs. Yeah, we everybody tells you what and what not to do, but a lot of people we just feel like we gotta test it out. We gotta see it for ourselves. We gotta see what's really gonna happen, what's really good. We always gotta test some shit out. So God knowing everything, cause isn't he a person who see everything, know everything, hear everything? You know, he knew they was gonna eat off that tree. It should have came with some more warning signs. I'm sorry, not questioning God. Did y'all see that video with that little girl? The mom took her kids to the graveyard, I guess, to visit somebody, and the little girl was like, "Where Jesus' grave at?" And mom was like, "Huh?" She was like, "Where Jesus' grave?" She was like, "Oh, see what had happened was they buried him, and then a few days later he rose from the dead, so he don't have a grave." And the girl, the little girl, gonna say, "That don't make no sense." I feel, I feel you because what, like, what you mean to tell me? And then this is the worst part to me about like being religious. And I'm not saying I don't like being religious or whatever, but this is the worst part. It's like they always say you can't question anything. You can't question anything. So I'm just supposed to believe every fucking thing? How can I believe that? I am confusing just like that little girl. Okay, now we're going to get into the natural advisor segment of the show. And as you guys know, you can email me. This is a place where you can share your story, get some shit off your chest, vent, laugh, cry, whatever you want to do. Email me. Just hit me up at nachoadvisor@gmail.com. That's NACHOADVISOR@gmail.com. We drinking Angry Orchards today. I'm not no better than Eve. Mm-mm. Something about that Chris Apple. Something about your hair on my body. Something about that Chris Apple, y'all. I'm telling you. If you don't drink Angry Orchard, you should just try it. It's really good. Okay, so the story is short, so we're gonna do two stories today. The name of this story is My 24 Female Boyfriend, 23 Male Told Me We Only Have Sex When I Want to. Hmm. We're gonna get into that after I read this little prompt, because that's all it is. It's like this big. I've been in a 1 year relationship with my boyfriend. We have had lots of ups and downs and a couple of almost breakups in this 1 year. Y'all need to break up for real, because I don't believe in it. Y'all only been together for 1 year and y'all already making up the breakup every fucking other month. That then y'all not meant to be. And sometimes we just gotta face the fact that we're not meant to be with everybody that we encounter. Y'all just be trying to force these relationships. But I already told y'all that, so we're gonna keep going. During one of these arguments, he said, "We only have sex when you want to. I can never say no to the only person I can go to for sex," implying that I'm somehow selfish and controlling. After some time, we had a conversation about it, and I tried to communicate my boundaries. Told him he too should have them. We have been okay. She a liar. Every time somebody be like, "We've been fine. We've been alright," the relationship ain't shit. And I don't feel pressured to have sex, and he respects me when I say no. Yeah, he respect you all right. He go in that bathroom and he pop 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 beating the fuck out of it. Or I ain't saying he cheating, but I ain't saying he not. Um, I still can't get this out of my head. Am I overthinking how to move forward? First of all, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I feel like the woman does control when the man has sex in a relationship. It's like we they can never say no to us, and not to say that they can't say no, but like they're never gonna say they never say no to us. They're always in the mood. They always want to have sex. At least the people that I've had sexual encounters with, they always want to say. They never really say no to us. But us females, we can just be going through something, we don't want to do it. We don't feel like it. We lazy sometimes. We can be lazy in the bed, especially when you with somebody for a long time. And then not only that, but like the different times of the month when our periods are about when our period about to come, when mine is about to come on, I just don't be in the mood. But during my period, that's when I'm really feel like I'm the horniest. And then obviously ovulation, you want to have sex, and then after you ovulate, you just really don't be in the mood again. So it's not that we don't want to have sex, because I understand, like I can understand this for real. It's not that you don't want to do it. It's just that your body is going through so much within 1 month that you just don't feel up to it. And I can agree to that. And I guess he just got to learn your body and learn, like, okay, well, I know she just came on her period, or I know she about to come on her period, and these are the cues. This just came out, but these are the cues or whatever. And we just got to understand, like, we're not always going to be in the mood. And like she said, he has to respect her boundaries. But sometimes I do feel bad for the men in that aspect, because sometimes I do feel like they don't get it. Okay, story number 2. I haven't been able to have sex with my boyfriend since an incident with his best friend. I, female 22, have been dating my boyfriend, male 25, for 3 years. We met through mutual friends, and since then we have been inseparable. My boyfriend lived with his best mate when we met, and after a year, he asked me to move in with them as well. We all got along. Where my boyfriend pays the rent and his bills, his best mate, let's call him Kyle, he is 26. Him and Kyle have been friends for their whole lives. He has always been welcoming and friendly. I have never felt alone. I have never been left alone with him, as I never needed to be, as I'm either working or with my boyfriend. Okay. But about 6 months ago, my boyfriend went to see his family for a week, and I couldn't get any time off to go with him. And Kyle was going to his family's house, so I was meant to be home alone. Kyle ended up coming home early, which I didn't think anything of until I got ready for bed one night and I wore my normal bedtime clothes, which is just an oversized top and shorts. I went to I went to the kitchen to get a drink, and as I was making small talk with Kyle until he got close and put his hands on my hips and pulled me against him. So I asked what was he doing while trying to move away. He said obviously I wanted him to do that because of what I was wearing when my boyfriend wasn't home. While holding me really tight, I had bruises. When I said it's not what I wanted, he said I was overreacting and it was a mistake and I should have kept it to my, and I should keep it to myself. He let go, and I called my best friend to come pick me up, which she did, and I stayed with her until my boyfriend got back. When he did come back, I pretended nothing happened for a couple of weeks and avoided Kyle completely. I also didn't have sex with my boyfriend. Until one day, Kyle and my boyfriend was going out, and I always hugged them both when leaving. And Kyle hugged me like nothing happened, and I felt like I had to tell my boyfriend. So the next day, I told him and showed him the bruises. And the first things he said was, "I'm sorry he put me in that position," which made me cry. He asked me why I didn't say anything sooner, and I was honest and said I didn't know how, but I also didn't want to ruin his friendship. Okay, so let me go back a little bit because it's not the story not over, but for a couple of weeks she pretended like nothing happened, but yet when she decided to tell her boyfriend, she still had the bruises. You don't find that suspicious? Either she took the picture of the bruises and she not saying, "Oh, I show him via photo," or this bitch is lying. My boyfriend obviously confronted Kyle, who just said I made it up and that I was a liar. My boyfriend believed me, so he kicked Kyle out. He gave him a day to get his things and go. So Kyle has moved in with his mate, and my boyfriend has completely removed him from his life and refuses to take his calls. Excuse me. Just has said to focus on me, even asked if I wanted to report it because of the bruises. What bruises did he see? Because bruises don't be lasting for a week. A good bruise probably will last for like 4 or 5 days, if that. Some of our friends are saying I overreacted and I shouldn't have said anything, and I put myself in that position, that I ruined my boyfriend's friendship. One even told my boyfriend that I probably slept with Kyle, and that's what the marks were from. A few of them said I'm in the right and that's Kyle's fault. I'm now second guessing myself completely, and I honestly feel like I could have handled it differently, but I also haven't been able to be intimate with my boyfriend since this all happened. I just don't feel comfortable. Any advice? What advice do I have to give? I mean, I really don't know what advice to give to that. Maybe she should have told her boyfriend a little bit sooner. Cause let that had been me, I would have been had my boyfriend on the phone the same fucking day. I was in the kitchen and I had on my regular overtop tee. First of all, we be normal like the overtop tee shit really turns the guys on. And I'm not saying that she did that on purpose. She is in no way at fault for Kyle's actions. Kyle is a fuck nigga. That's your best friend's girlfriend. And yeah, it's like what would possess you to do some shit like that? Like, come on, be for real. Be so for real. But outside of that, and the boyfriend, why is the boyfriend suffering because what Kyle did? You don't want to fuck your boyfriend because Kyle touched you. Maybe you need to seek some therapy and understand. I don't understand. I honestly don't even know what advice to give this girl. Like, you taking that shit out on your boyfriend, and your boyfriend don't got shit to do with it. He handled it the proper way. He's not cool with that nigga no more, and he don't live with you no more. Um, yeah. So no, you didn't ruin a friendship. The friendship was gonna be ruined regardless. But you should have told him right then and right there. And we're gonna leave it at that. So the question of the day, back to my messy Bible stories. If Adam and Eve was the first two humans, right? The first two people on this earth, doesn't that mean that we are related? Don't that mean we all sister, brother, cousins? Don't that mean that we all related in some way, some sort, somehow? Well, you guys can ponder on that into the next show. Thank you guys for watching Natural Therapist with your host, Yasmin Kylie. I love you all. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Love you. Bye.